Good morning, Lincoln Lions. This is Mr. Conan. This is your daily announcements for Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. Every day, we'll be doing the pledge, so please stand for the pledge. 3, 2, 1. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we hop right into Lincoln Spirit on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lincoln Spirit makes us proud, respectful lions above the crowd. Our spirit makes us try our best and challenges us to encourage the rest. Next, we hop into our students for announcements and teachers with announcements. So if you have questions or need support, continue to keep asking your teachers. Get in contact with them. We have packet pickup and drop off this Thursday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll also have an art activity in that packet called Chalk Your Walk with your family. You can decorate your sidewalks either for May Day or Mother's Day. Excuse me. You can also get a book on Thursday. Teacher, there are some late packets in the gym ready for pickup. The first 2 packets will be going home on April 30th, unless you just turn your packet in this week. If you just turn your packet in this week, we probably won't get it till the week following. So if you turned your packet in last week, teachers will have that ready to go this Thursday, coming home in your packet. If you're doing online work, make sure to get that submitted to your teacher or turned in on paper pencil, anything that you have done. That way we can score you. Remember, we're grading on math, reading, and writing. We'll have a full staff meeting this Friday at 1 p.m. All right, next is our parenting tips, strategies, and self-care. Today's parenting tip comes from Miss Mary, dealing with anxiety. Last time we had Miss Mary, she talked about 4 signs you can look for with students with anxiety. Well, this is the second part. Here's 4 more signs that you can do to look for anxiety in your child, because behaviors and stress come out in odd ways. And when dealing with anxiety, we have to look for behaviors such as 1, if they're reassurance-seeking behaviors, like when children are asking repeatedly questions like, are we going to be okay? Is grandpa going to be okay? Number 2, regression. This may return to behaviors that the child has outgrown. 3, eating habits. May not want to eat, or maybe they are eating just unhealthy foods. And 4, sleep. Maybe they're not getting enough sleep, or maybe they're sleeping more than normal. So those are some more signs to look for in anxiety. Thanks, Miss Mary. Our next session we'll have with her, we'll be looking at ways that you can manage this anxiety. We've had 8 different signs that we can look at. All right, next section is Positive Warrior. John Gordon, a well-known motivational speaker and author, talks about being positive, not because life is easy, but because life is hard. I believe we must keep finding the positives not only at home, but also outside the walls of our house. Today, I got an email from a parent of one of our Lions, and she talked about one of our teachers. She said, this teacher really needs to be celebrated, and that teacher is Miss Dews. Just wanted to send you a note, positive note about Miss Dews. My daughter was in her class last year, and hopefully our son will be in her class next year. However, we have no kiddos in her class currently, and she's still been finding time to think of our kiddos during this strange time and has been sending me certain lessons she's done with her class that she thinks ours might enjoy or get some benefit from. With absolutely no obligation to spend extra time and effort to do so, she still does. Always thinking of her past, present, and future students and showing genuine love and concern for them. She's certainly deserving of being celebrated. We love her. Miss Dews is a positive warrior. So please send me, your teacher, and your parents can post on Facebook your positive warrior acts so we can continue to celebrate them on announcements each day. I believe this world needs more positives, so help me be a positive warrior. Next section is Book of the Day. Each day we'll be reading a story from you from our list of Scholastic books that have been approved to read. Today I have a fabulous guest reader, one of our Lion parents, Mr. Marshall. He is an orthodontist across the street from our school. He will be reading What If You Had Animal Teeth by Sandra Markle and illustrated by Howard McWilliam. What a perfect story to read for an orthodontist. So please listen to the story as Mr. Marshall reads it for us, and you will we'll have some questions at the very end. Here we go.
Good morning. My name is Robert Marshall. I'm an orthodontist in Great Falls, and I have 3 children at Lincoln. So they've talked me into reading the book, What If You Had Animal Teeth, by Sandra Markle, illustrated by Howard McWilliam. So you've lost your front teeth. Before you know it, 2 new ones will push right into their space. But what if an animal's teeth grew in instead? A beaver's front teeth are shaped like chisels and are very sharp. They're perfect for biting off bark and cutting down trees. If you had beaver teeth, your front teeth would never stop growing, so you could gnaw all the tough stuff you like day after day for the rest of your life. A giant white shark's front teeth are like all its others, 2 inches long with an edge like a steak knife. They're great for biting through super thick things, like an elephant seal's skin. If you had giant white sharp teeth, you'd never have to worry about losing a tooth. There'd always be a new tooth growing behind it, ready to slide into place, and there'd never be a gap in your bite. A narwhal's front teeth do something quite strange. The right one stays small, but the left one grows longer and longer and longer, to nearly 10 feet. Once it's that big, it has a new name. Instead of a tooth, it's called a tusk. What would you use your tusk for if you were a narwhal? Would you poke around to find fish or fight off your enemies? Or would you feel your way through the dark parts of the ocean? Even scientists wonder what a narwhal does with its tusk. An elephant's front teeth are called tusks. 2. A male's tusks grow between 5 and 7 inches long each year of its life. The world record elephant tusk was more than 11 feet long. They're great for digging water holes and pulling up tree roots to munch. If you had elephant tusks as your front teeth, they would be super strong too. You could easily lift and move your bed or even a family car. And no one would bully you, not even tigers. A rattlesnake's front teeth are called fangs. They're shaped like hooks and the tips are like needles. They fold up like a pocket knife when the snake closes its mouth and snap forward when it opens wide. If you had rattlesnake fangs, your front teeth would inject deadly venom, so your teeth would be all you need to fight enemies or to catch food to eat. A naked mole rat's front teeth are shaped like shovels and are in front of his lips. They're perfect for digging the family's tunnels without getting a mouthful of dirt. If you had naked mole rat front teeth, you could move each tooth separately, to the left or to the right. They'd work just like chopsticks for picking up food, bite by bite. A vampire bat's front teeth are triangle shaped. A vampire bat's front teeth are triangle shaped and sharp as razors. They're perfect for scooping out a bite of an animal's skin so they can lap up the blood that flows into the wound. If you had vampire bat front teeth, you wouldn't have to worry about them chipping. Since they lack a hard enamel coat, the edges would wear away easily and always stay sharp. A hippopotamus's front teeth are long, strong pegs with very sharp edges. They're powerful weapons, so opening wide to show them off helps hippos scare away their enemies and the males to win a mate. If you had hippopotamus front teeth, you'd never need to brush. Your upper front teeth would grind against your lower ones, keeping them clean and white. A Bengal tiger's front teeth are a biting six-pack. 4 sharp pegs edged by twin pointed combs set between its giant dagger-like canines. They're perfect for scraping feathers off birds and meat off bones. If you had a Bengal tiger's front teeth, they'd be strongly anchored in your jaw. You could bite and hold tight while dragging something as heavy as 5 times your weight. A crocodile's front teeth are all shaped like cones and have sharp tips. They bite well but come out easily, and new ones grow in very slowly. So a crocodile's front teeth are always changing and are often different sizes. If you had crocodile front teeth, your teeth would stick out when you closed your mouth. You wouldn't need to open wide when you went to the dentist or gave a toothy grin. A young camel's front teeth are long, strong, and have very sharp edges. They're just right for nipping off tough, thorny desert plants. If you had camel front teeth and ate tough stuff 8 hours a day as camels do, by the time you were a grown-up, your front teeth would be no more than stubs. Animal teeth could be cool for a while, but you don't use your front teeth to cut down trees or scare off enemies. You don't need them to dig tunnels or bite really tough stuff, and you never lift the family car with your teeth, even for fun. So what kind of front teeth are right for you? Luckily, you don't have to choose. The teeth that replace those you lost will be people teeth. They'll be what you need to bite apples, carrots, and corn on the cob, just what you need to help you talk, and best of all, to show off when you smile. My invitation is twofold. Number one, don't forget to brush and floss your teeth, especially this time when you may be out of some of the habits that you're accustomed to. Those adult teeth are the last set you get, and you need to keep them clean. And number two, if you want to draw a picture of yourself with animal teeth that maybe you wish you had, it could be fun to show your family and friends. Thanks again for letting me read this book to you.
What a great challenge by Mr. Marshall. That was fantastic. We love the fact that he is taking part and the fact that his kids go to Lincoln School here. He had some great advice for us and gave you a challenge about making sure you brush your teeth. And I guess another question that goes with that is, going back to the book, what type of teeth would you like if you didn't have human teeth? Great story, Mr. Marshall. We love it. Next, we head right into our last part of our morning announcements. Each day, we'll be bringing you a motivational song to get you ready for remote learning. If you'd like to nominate a song for our morning announcements, please email me or talk with your classroom teacher or have your parents write a comment on this Facebook post. Today's song comes from Sam. He wants us to never give up. We'll celebrate this by playing 7 Years by Lucas Graham. Go be a positive warrior and go Lion Pride.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, Daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. I always had that dream, like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory always seemed to bore me, 'cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old.